video. We are taking a brief break from baby-led weaning because it is a long weekend. We are focusing on giving our baby's nursery a little bit of a makeover. For a little bit of background, we moved into this house back in March, and we were so excited to own our first house that we got into a ton of home projects right away. We painted the entire interior of our house. We changed the front door, we changed the kitchen faucet, we planted a full garden in the back, which is now dead. We planted 2 fruit trees, we put up new floating beams in our kitchen. Needless to say, we were super busy for the first couple months. Honestly, I think after tackling all of those projects in such a short period of time, we got a little burnt out from home projects, but we are ready to tackle some more, and I really want to take care of Bennett's room. Bennett's room like a bluish grayish when we moved in here, and I really love the color, but it feels a little bit dark to me, so I really want to do a bright white accent wall. I also really want to organize this room a little bit better. There's definitely toys everywhere. This little boy's grandma spoils him rotten and brings new toys pretty much every time she comes over, so we really need to get a hold on that. We bought an organization unit from IKEA that I'm going to put together. We're going to put baskets holding his toys in the bottom row, and then on the top row we'll just alternate toys and he can grab whichever one he wants. Adding new furniture in that room, we're going to need to rearrange a little bit, so still trying to figure out where everything is going to go. And since we're already taking the room apart to do this, I'm also going to give the room a super good deep clean, which is more than needed. We have a lot to get to this morning, but first things first, gotta get the little guy some breakfast and get some coffees.
Alright, so this is the room that we are starting with. Definitely nothing wrong with this room. I just think that by adding a bright white accent wall, it'll really brighten up this room, which I'm super excited about. As you can see, Bennett was very excited to show off his room. I have a love-hate relationship with this blue couch, but we're definitely keeping it because we get a lot of use out of it. I love his crib, it's super simple, and I love his nameplate above the crib, which I got off of Etsy. I also got the mountain shelf off of Etsy, which I will link below. He loves to hang out in his closet, so we have a little foam mat in here and some extra toys and books for him to play with. Let's get started on this accent wall. I have my husband helping me with getting the boards up because that is beyond my DIY abilities, and then I will take it from there. So first he is trying to figure out where the studs are in the wall, then we put up 2 beams, one on each end, and then I am measuring the distance from the end of one beam on one side to the end of the other beam on the other side so that I can figure out how many planks we need and what the distance should be between each one. Yes, we totally should have painted the wall first. If we ever take these beams off for whatever reason, we will be left with blue stripes on the wall, but do as I say, not as I do. Once my husband got the beams up, I took back over this project. I started using painter's putty to cover the nails in the boards and to cover the sides of the beams. This was definitely the most time-consuming part. Once that was done, I started painting the beams in all the places a roller couldn't reach, so the corners of the beams, the tops of the wall, and the bottoms by the baseboards. Now that I did the harder to reach places, I can take a roller to the rest of the wall. We got the paint color from Sherwin. I will include the exact color in the description box below. It's a super bright white, but we got it in a glossy finish so it cleans easily. This is the same color we used for the rest of the interior of the house, and we're super happy with it. I last minute decided to paint the beam in his room white too, and so glad I did. It looks so much better in white and just adds to brightening the room. After 2 coats of paint and many touch-ups, we can take the painter's tape off and we are officially done with the accent wall. I will give you a better look at how it turned out at the end of the video. Up next, we are putting together the storage unit we got from IKEA. I will link this down below. It is 2 cube organizers that go together, so I actually bought baskets with this, and I guess I didn't check the measurements close enough because they totally didn't fit. Luckily, we have a cube organizer in our closet, and they fit that one, so we're going to be using those baskets over in our closet, and we'll have to get new baskets for this one. These organizers were pretty easy to set up, and now I can add some of Bennett's favorite things for him to play with. Let's get into some cleaning. So first I wanted to reorganize this little dresser. So in the first drawer, I have added diapers, wipes, swim diapers, diaper cream, all of the essentials that we reach for super often. In the second drawer, I have this little blue basket, which is going to hold all of his little socks and shoes, and then I'm adding his pajamas in here. The bottom drawer is just extra storage, so we have some diaper genie bags and extra wipes. Moving over to his closet, Bennett made a big mess while playing in here earlier, so I'm just putting everything into his little baskets, cleaning the mat, hanging up his laundry, and then wiping down the shelves. This is my least favorite part of cleaning. I'm using our wet vac to give the rug a good clean. This is incredibly time consuming. I highly recommend a machine washable rug. This is the only rug in our house that isn't, and I hate cleaning it this way, so we are currently on the hunt for a new machine washable rug. While I have it out, I'm also using this wet vac to clean the little blue couch. After a couple days of this room being under construction, the floor needed some love, so I vacuumed and then used our steam mop to give it a good clean. Bennett is fascinated by our vacuum, so he was following me around while I did the floors. I just grabbed some hot water and soap and wiped down his standing playset. He's getting about too big for this thing, but he does enjoy it for now, and it actually turns into a little play table once he's too big to sit in there. The rug is still a little bit wet, but I was impatient, so I laid it back on the floor and put his playset on top. Last step is adding the pillows back on the couch, which I cleaned, and now his room is finished. After a busy few days, this is what his room looks like after. I think immediately as you walk in the room, it feels so much lighter and brighter. We are moving his big nameplate up since he can definitely reach that now. So happy how the wall turned out. It was definitely worth the hassle. I love the cube organizer. Once I get the baskets in the bottom row, it'll be great for extra storage.
I cannot believe that the room is finally done. That was a lot of work. I never expected that accent wall to be as difficult as it was. Our house is a little bit wonky. It was originally built in the 1930s, and so the walls really are not straight, which made it very difficult to put the planks on and have everything fit the way it was supposed to. I didn't film too much detail on doing the wall because we were not doing it right and this thing was not made to last, so hopefully it'll last a while, but I'm gonna leave a link in my description box with a tutorial on how to actually do it. Even though it took way longer than expected and even though it was way harder than we thought it was gonna be, we're really happy with the final result and I am just glad it's done. So I hope this gave you some nursery renovation ideas and inspiration, if nothing else. Hello. Bennett just really wanted to say goodbye to everybody. Make sure you subscribe. I post new videos every Monday.